What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be introducing you to selectors in CSS. Alright, so you've probably used a selector before, so I'm going to make an H1, type in selectors, there we go. I'm going to go back to my styles, and the selector is actually this right here, so it's going to be the first thing you type in. So H1, now this H1, I'm going to make this bigger, like this. So now this H1 is going to be the selector, so we're selecting all the H1s in our HTML element here. So if I make another H1, so let's make selectors and then let's just do this or whatever, right? And then I just type in color. I'm gonna do, let's try red. And now open it with live server. There we go. And as you can see, all these H1s are red now. Now, what if I want to select only one of those H1s? Well, what I can do is I can actually add in an ID or a class to this first H1. So let's actually do that. So we add this class attribute like this, and then we'll just type in whatever we want here. So I'm just gonna type in title. You can do page title, whatever you want. And now if I go here, right, the way we select what is it, classes, is we type in period, and then the name of the class. So it was title, and then I open it. Now I'm gonna just color, and I'm gonna make it, let's actually do blue. Now if we go back, as you can see, only this first header is blue and the rest are red, because as you can see, only this first header has this class title, and classes actually override element selectors, as you can see. So even if I put the H1 under the title class, it will still override it. You can add this class title to another H1 if you really wanted. So if I go here to the last one and add this title class, then as you can see, it's gonna change the color to blue. And you can even add it to a paragraph if you really wanted. So let's see if it works. There we go. So as you can see, it's gonna be blue, and I'm gonna add more paragraphs and delete these right here. And I'm gonna make a different style for these paragraphs by using the ID selector. So let's delete this class, change it to ID, and I'm gonna type in text. And the way to select IDs is by putting this hashtag sign and then the name. In my case, it's text, so let's do text, and I'm gonna, actually we can delete this. Change the background to, actually no, I'm just gonna change the text color. Let's change it to whatever this color is, and let's see what it looks like. Alright, not too bad. Now, what happens if I add this title class to one of those paragraphs? Let's see. So I'm gonna add this title, and as you can see, nothing happens because, actually, let's look at developer console right here, and let's look at the styles. So as you can see, this ID is overriding our title class, and even if we put this class under the ID, just gonna cut it out and paste it under like this, then as you can see, I'm gonna reload and it's still overriding the class. So always keep that in mind. And we can actually add more than one class or ID. So I'm gonna make a class, and I'm gonna call it color. And I'm gonna add color, and let's make it, try this one. Alright, and I'm gonna add this to all of them. That's actually other than the header, so class like this. Let's see if it works. So yeah, as you can see, everything works. And I'm gonna make another one. So I'm gonna call it center. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to make the paragraph that I add this class to make it centered. So we're gonna type in text align center, and then I'm gonna add it to, let's do the middle one. So center, and all we do is we just add space, and then we write the name of the other class, and that's it. So if we go here, then as you can see, now it's aligned center. So you can add more than one class by just adding space and then the name of another class. There's actually another way to select elements, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to copy this color class and put it in the header. Now, what if I wanted this header to have this color class, but I didn't want it to have the same color as these paragraphs right here? Well, what I would do is I would go here into our styles.css, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna write the element tag, so h1, and then we're just gonna add the class, so period color. And now what it's gonna do is it's gonna look for h1s with a class of color, and then it's gonna set their color to whatever we're gonna put here. So let's try, I don't know, whatever this is. So let's see. There we go. So as you can see, this header has this purple color, and then all these paragraphs have the dark gray. And this selector right here, it doesn't affect any of these paragraphs. We can do the same thing with IDs. So I'm gonna change the center into an ID, and then let's do text align. So I'm gonna just copy this and then remove this. Let's add an ID, text align. Let's do the same thing for the for the H1, I mean. So now, if we do this, then let's see. As you can see, the header and this is going to be centered. Now, if I add this, um, let's see, paragraph and then ID tag or the ID selecting thing, open it, then we can just do this and change this to right or whatever you want. So let's see. As you can see, now the text line is going to be right for the paragraph, and for the title it's going to be center, and we can do the same thing. So we could just do H1 if we really wanted to and we had more elements, but yeah. I'm going to actually just change this to left, and then I'm going to add this to all of my paragraphs right here. So there we go. And so I'm going to show you another thing. So it's actually a tag. So if we do div, then as you can see, we're going to have nothing. And it's not a text tag or anything. It's basically like a folder. So if I just cut all these paragraphs and place it in here, then as you can see, if I go here, nothing happens. And if I go to the developer console right here, and if I select it, then you're going to see this sort of like this blue background. And that's going to basically be the width and height of the element or this div right here. So it's basically a folder of paragraphs now. And if I actually change the color here to, let's say, I don't know, red, then nothing's going to happen because let's go to these paragraphs actually. And this right here. So the color class is overriding it. So we need to remove these classes by just doing this. Let's remove the text align too. And then we can go back to our div right here. And then I'm going to change the color to something random. So let's just do there. Actually, I'm gonna just pick a color. Let's see. Yeah, this color should be good. And so as you can see, it changed all of the colors inside of our div right here. And we can change the text alignment too if you really wanted to. So if you do center, it's going to be centered. We can do right like this. We can add the background. And what background is going to do is it's going to add the background color of our div right here and not for every paragraph. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Let's see. There isn't too many options we can do here. But yeah. Alright guys, so this is gonna be for this video. If you guys have any questions, then leave a comment down below. If you like this video, then leave a like. Sub to the channel for more content like this, and see you in the next video.